for this year in MechWarrior Online, and the rules are 8v8, 5-cap conquest. Win condition is the same as in the game, so you have to reach 750 cap points. And you are not allowed to bring duplicates of a chassis. You can only bring 3 of a weight class max. All mechs are available, full mech lab, all consumables, and it's best of 3. And it looks like I've been talking over a little map ban.
Yeah, so looks like Grim Plexus just got banned by ABIN, and then Canyon was banned by Ghost of Nox. So one of the other things to add in too, going into stage 2 now, the Crusaders are now available, which I'm excited to see because those were not available in stage 1. But we know that during a lot of the stuff prior when the Crusader released, we saw a lot of them out there.
Oh, looks like Tourmaline will be our first map.
Awesome. I will get
picked
that.
by ABIN. And yeah, so I would not be surprised if we see the Crusader 6T. It's really strong. I don't know about some of the others, but I love to be surprised. And looks like GNX picked Ruby for map 2, and mining will be map 3 if we get there.
Awesome.
So now I believe GNX chooses. Yep, they choose Team 1 for Tourmaline.
Cool. And see, this is where the swap sides button would be awesome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the swap sides here.
Oh, we can always wait for them to finish up with the band too, so we can make sure they're ready for it.
Yes.
Although, for my part, I would always go in like some weird mech that I'm not going to bring until we're like in the side,
right,
on the right map, ready to go.
I think Kong had it once. We were all in Annihilators or something one time. It was funny.
Yeah, like 800 tons or something.
Way over.
Just waiting on ABIN to pick a side. There we go. So they pick Team 1 for Ruby. So no matter what, we are going to have to switch.
Yep. Alrighty.
Now, are we waiting on one of the teams to choose this?
Good for the decider. Good question.
Yes, we are. So a random team has to choose, and I guess from my view, I don't get to see who that random team is.
Yeah, no, me either. I'm literally looking at just the scenes, so...
There we go. So GNX picked Team 2 for mining.
Awesome.
Okay, so if we go to drop 3, at least we won't have to switch sides between those two.
Right. So for the first drop, okay, so we need to go and do a team swap. So let me get over. I'm going to go back to the lobby scene here. All right. There we go. Seeing everything. Okay, so let's go and I'm going to tell them to stand by for side swap. All right, here we go.
Yeah, a swap side button would be so helpful for this.
Right?
All right, looks good. Looks like we lost somebody from the lobby, but I'm sure they'll come back.
Yeah, no, they're all there.
Oh,
yep.
All right, maybe I need to get my eyes checked. I can always do that.
Well, it's good. This looks like Kong's in Charlie Land, so it's a little bit. Okay, so I think we're ready to begin the timer. Oh, thank you, Crass, for fixing my title. I was still set on the test one.
All right, so hopefully they ready up quickly. Yeah, any thoughts on this so far, Star?
Having played against a lot of these in Soup Queue, I can't say anything of who's going to do what because I know they're all really, really amazing pilots, and I think we're going to see some nice slaughters. It's going to be just an all-out brawl fest.
Yeah, and ABIN is, I think, more or less a newly formulated team. I know a lot of these players have played together before. Many of them have had success in various sides,
Right.
including in CS, quite a bit of success. And then GNX, you know, I think they were 18th from what I saw in 2019, 2019, 9th in 2020, 3rd 2021. But, you know, they've had some turnover, so I'm not really sure how they'll do in the finals this year. It's a little bit hard, I feel, to predict.
True.
But I would expect, just from what I know of both teams, that we'll see a fair bit of trading, especially Tourmaline. You know, you have really long sight lines, probably like a trading group of heavier mechs, maybe assaults, and then a wolf pack, and ideally, usually you sprinkle in a Pop Tart or two.
Right. Right.
But this is actually one of the maps where PGI moved the spawns for this game mode
Correct.
not
They
too
did.
long ago, so I'm less familiar with how it plays because it went from like a southeast northeast spawn configuration to northwest southwest. So
Real
you
quick,
know,
team
same
one.
positions are strong, but
Real
yeah,
quick, team one is locked, and team two needs to get their timer going. That was
excellent.
pretty quick. I like that. I know. I expect to at least see Kong do one meme drop.
I don't know, man. This is the finals.
But this is Kong,
Yeah,
and
yeah, but
hey, I'll tell you, we some of the meme drops that we did. He actually ran our team a couple years ago for DW, and I tell you what, the meme drop worked, and it was fun, and they weren't expecting it. So who knows?
yeah, we'll see. I feel like, considering what were they, second in the queue? Yeah.
Yeah,
ABIN
yeah,
was second in the queue, so I feel like they're going to probably take this seriously, but you never know.
right.
And GNX, for context, were 10th coming out of CompQ.
Okay.
So it looks like GNX, well, I mean, spawns don't matter as much anymore, actually. They're pretty
They're almost.
grouped up.
It's a, yeah. It's a single, almost like a single drop point.
Yeah, but they do have some mechs in Alpha and Charlie. Bravo's kind of in the middle there, so I think you can expect that, like, Frankensiefkin and Simple Yukio will probably be going towards like Echo 3, Echo 4, Fox 4, that side, and the two players in Alpha will probably be going more like north side, but we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if they put somebody in like the Delta 4 and or Delta 5 spires. I feel like GNX likes to do that.
Getting a bunch of cam requests on here. I don't have cam set up for this stuff, so sorry, folks. Not today.
You got to break out the mouse hand cam for casting.
Right? Let's do the ball cam. Call it good.
Yep.
All right. Well, almost everybody's readied up. Just waiting for exothermic.
Yep. Just got to wait for them to say they're locked, and then we can send it.
And they're green and.
Come on, guys.
Come on. Do the lock call. There we go.
Oh,
Locked.
there we go. All right.
All right.
First drop of stage 2 coming up.
And launching. I'm glad I looked over my score sheet because I realized I needed to switch the sides on my score sheet so it shows properly on the match scene. Oh yeah, as we switch sides. Tourmaline Conquest.
Yeah, I feel like Torm works really well for this format. There, you kind of need range regardless, but there are several different ways you can play it usually.
Correct. Such a beautiful map from up here. Alrighty. Hop in, see where everybody's at. All right, we got our 10-second countdown. Awesome. All right, folks, here we go. I'm gonna do a quick rundown of the
Dropship's
mechs.
coming in. There we go.
All right, so I tend to do this from inside the cockpit of the mech one. So let's see, Simple Yukos with Gargoyle, bunch of micropulse and small pulse, Rubber Duck and the Hunchback with ER large micropulse, Lionel Luther and the Incubus with mediums and light machine guns, Heavy large in there, James Bomber and the Flea with a bunch of small pulse and a small laser, Huey the Great and a Supernova with a bunch of ER large lasers, Franken, Blood Asp ER large. We got 8008 in the Black Lantern with dual RPPCs, and Sailor Jerry in the Crusader with a bunch of small lasers and ER large. There's your first Crusader 6T. All right, I'm gonna go airborne here.
All right, so on the other side, we've got Kong Lord with 4 ER large and a bunch of ER micros and an XC. We've got Bowser and Hunchback 2CA with 2 ER peeps and I think 6 SPLs. Texan with 4 heavy meads and a Narc in a Jenner 2C2. Tios with the Spider 5K, 4 LMGs and ER large. Temujin, Grasshopper 5P, 5 ER large and a small. Exothermic. I'm just going to say a bunch of ER large. I think that's 5 and 2 Goss in a Direwolf Prime. And that's it.
We got
and already a bit of an engagement over Theta, but doesn't look like too much damage taken except to Huey. I mean, that probably wasn't from that Theta engagement, but he's already looks like maybe eaten a strike.
Yeah, maybe. Sailor Jerry's down to 93. James is down to 87 already. But yeah, they did sliver caps on Epsi and Kappa, and then started doing a little engaging in Theta.
Oh, I don't see any damage on James on my side.
No, I see him down 87%. Huh.
Oh, great! I have some kind of issue. Oh well.
Bugs, folks. It's not a bug; it's a feature. Just remember that.
And I think for some reason I didn't see Scout Derek's Hellfire. I don't think I called that. It's 4 ER meads, 2 heavy larges, and he's just kind of denying Theta for the moment with some support.
Yeah, him and Bowser holding her, trying to block it off there. A few strikes happening around.
Looks like mostly spread damage so far on the GNX mechs, but they're definitely bleeding a lot of armor compared to ABIN.
Now, Exo is doing some long-range trading, using the Direwolf Prime, trading with, let's see who we got over here. Franken.
And GNX does have the cap lead, but it's not enough that they can just sit on this, especially without a cap advantage. You know, they haven't been able to take Theta, and I don't see any way that they can get it with all the mechs watching it.
Right now, ABIN's has Theta very well covered, so Lionel's not gonna be able to do anything about that.
And he's eaten so much damage.
Yeah, he's already really hurt.
He's just like standing around in the open. He's nearly halved. I mean, he's trying to run around, but he's running around in the open here. It's just a bad spot, and he's halved. He's run into like old CSJ Hill, but realistically, he's not going to be able to do much from there. And ABIN, they don't really need Theta because they're up on damage pretty well.
They've left Theta. Bowser and Derek were wandering away from it. Oh no, maybe they're going back now. Tios is going in to take over Theta.
Exothermic and the Direwolf about to eat a strike, and also looks like he's maybe overheated quite a bit, or maybe taken some back hits from strikes. I don't know. Oh, and there we go. ABIN takes Theta, so they're going to make up this cap lead quickly, and then they can just sit on this. And I mean, they have been bleeding GNX pretty well, so they can just kind of slow play this, I would say.
Yeah, I did pull up Lionel. He's still got a few weapons left, but he has definitely seen better days. The Exo still goes to Clan Goss and a 5-year large. He's down to 64% health, though.
Yeah, and it's just kind of the ER large trading battle right now. Although Huey the Great is moving up, I don't know about this. Both of his side torsos are pretty shot up, and he's going to have to full expose to fight some of these traders. But I guess GNX does have to make something happen, so better to try something than continue with what's been happening so far. And I'm also watching this little group that they have near Gamma with the Gargoyle, the Flea, the Black Lantern. I feel
Yeah.
like those three mechs are the ones that are going to have to do something to turn this around. They're going to have to pull something off, but the mechs near them, the Jenner 2C, the Viper, they're all fast. So I don't think they're going to be able to just kind of run up on them.
Yeah, Texan and Belisario were taunting him a little bit.
Yeah, now they've just kind of pulled back a bit, because they don't have to take this engagement, especially a 4v3. You don't want to do that in comp typically, but they
Right.
can maybe try and bait them in, maybe help get their traders on them a little bit, or just play for time. ABIN still winning the cap battle pretty handily, winning the trade battle really, really well. The Supernova's even more shot up. The Blood Asp has one side torso open, and once you lose one, your heat management just goes to nothing.
Yeah. There's a few heat sinks in, and it's like, yeah, this isn't going to work anymore. All right, so GNX is moving
Oh,
forward a little bit.
Luther is going to try and make a play on Theta, but I don't think that's going to work out. He's already taken some more damage. Yeah, he's going to die here any second. Any second. There he goes. So he did
Lionel.
decap it, but decapping it is not going to be enough at this stage.
No, it's not. And okay, so now we got a little engagement here with Gargoyle and
I mean, he's just going to get farmed. He's just in the open being shot from like 3 directions. CT, one shot, and he's done.
Nothing left for him to do.
Yep, and James is going to follow up, but thought better of it. Ran away. Sailor Jerry eating a lot of damage here. One side torso, one shot. He's just going to get pushed by Bowser here. He's halved. One more shot should do it. But okay, so maybe it was 2 or 3, but Sailor Jerry goes down. Frankensiefkin standing on Theta, but that Blood Asp is a big target, and he's halved.
James is on the run here.
Yeah, GNX is just kind of falling apart at this point. James might be able to take down. Nope,
no,
he's legged.
He's done.
Yep.
He ran into Teos.
And then get shot by 2 other mechs as well, which is kind of the story of this match, I feel like.
Franken is going to sit there on Theta.
Yeah, not much choice at this point. Goes down. We've got a fight at like Delta 7, the Black Lantern, maybe trying to steal a kill here, but might get shot in the back.
Yeah, Supernova just went down.
Yeah, 8008 just running back toward his friendly Hunchback 2C, but that's not really going to make much of a difference.
No, Rubber Duck.
Maybe hoping to backshot somebody.
He's a little hurt too.
Oh, he's going to pounce on Derek. Derek, I don't think knows where that came from. He might have figured it out now. Or he might just not really care that much. He just really wants to kill duckies up there.
Yeah, he does. Oh, they've all seen him. Oh, and there's a strike up here. Oh, no, here you go. Belisarius jumping in on duckies.
Yep, that is quite a spot to try and get up into, though, as the opposing team, because there isn't a very clear path. You pretty much need JJs or maybe a lot of speed. It's been a while since I've gone up there.
Bowser getting the kill.
And that's it, 8-0 in favor of ABIN.
All right, I will grab the match ID here just in case we need it. If you want to run down the damage done here.
Sure. So Temujin for ABIN with top damage, 849 from that Grasshopper, 2 kills. Scout Derek got 3 kills. Kong Lord 574 and that Xe, and then Pelisaria B Wolf and Bowser with 2 kills and 1 kill respectively. For GNX, we had 3 players double D, which that shows you part of the issue. And then 8008 with that Black Lantern doing 537, Frankensiefkin with the Blood Asp doing 401. So they just had less damage pretty much across the board, and obviously we're not able to secure any of those kills.
Right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to our lobby scene here. Got the one victory for ABIN so far. We do need to do a side swap, and then which map was it for the second drop?
Should be Ruby.
Rubelite, all
Yep.
right.
One of my favorite maps in general, and also favorites for comp.
I do as well love that map. All right, let me tell him to stand by for side swap.
Yeah, I'll check out the chat, see if there's anything interesting there. Yeah, nothing too unusual from what I could see.
All right. I do believe that is correct. All right, give me just a moment here.
What is it? 80,008 asking for the pink map. We are not getting what is it called? It's Vitric QP or whatever it's called. We are not getting that. Originally that was on the docket, but there was that synthwave or pink bug, whatever you want to call it, that just could not get resolved in time.
Oh, I thought they actually did get that one taken care of.
It was still ongoing when CompQ started. I think it was resolved in, I want to say, the September patch, but I could be wrong. I think it's done, but I don't have an AMD GPU, so I can't test it myself.
Gotcha. All right. So with side swap done, map. Now, oh wait. Hold on. One more thing I gotta check. Gotta switch servers. North American server now.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
So we should be good for them to go ahead and start their timers. If they didn't already think they're doing that.
I mean, I'm not actually keeping track of precise timing for that, but yeah.
Yeah, I actually would on my phone. I'd run my little stopwatch, when I first started doing it, just to try to make sure we kept everything good. Most all teams do, get through it quickly, unless they have a disconnect or something. But usually nobody ever goes over the 5 minutes, unless they're trying to seriously, run the clock down on everything. So.
Have you not casted a lot of Div A? Because it's not uncommon at all with high-level comp.
I actually have not done a lot of Div A. I think I did one for Kong a couple times because he was like, "Hey, come cast our match," because depending on the time of the day it is. So, the nice thing about, and what I'm already, just with how Worlds this happens, is that they're not sporadic, different days, early evening, whatever. They're all, this is when they are back to back. Kind of like this setup for it. Gato says, I want GNX to get at least one. Well, hey, they might. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in drop 2. Oh, you know what?
I mean,
real quick, hold on. I just realized I need to pay attention to the this that they're seeing, because I need to try and run that minute and 30-second ad. So, folks, let me just say right now, we are going to try and run an ad that happens in between the matches, the drops, so that you guys don't end up seeing any during the actual match. So yes. So if you guys see something happen here very shortly, because I see that I'm getting the information now. Once we go into the lobby, from what I see on for you guys, I am going to hit that 90-second thing. You guys aren't going to hear about it for 5 minutes, but I'm going to mention it now anyway. I'll type it in their chat. Hoorah, delay. So go ahead and talk for a minute. I'm going to type in there so they're aware that we will be doing an ad just to prevent random ads.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I think Ruby can play pretty differently than Tourmaline. It still can play to range a fair bit, but I think Pop-Tarts are probably even more viable on Ruby in my experience because a lot of the ranges aren't as long. It's easier to get closer. Wolfpack, really important. Cap points are closer. All right, team 1 is locked. Yeah, so I think we will probably see a little bit of a difference, but again, very high chance of, a few long range traders possibly setting up on the east and west side high grounds on this map. I forget which side gets it. Let's see. ABIN is team 1.
Yes.
Because one of the sides is it gives you a little bit more space to trade from, which is nice. It's the Echo 4 side, which is the ABIN side. So they might have wanted that, would be my guess. That might be one of the main reasons for that side selection.
All right. So 56 seconds left on the clock for the ad that we've ran. So we'll see. Oh, Bowser says castrated free. So okay, so it is not 8008. Is it supposed to be pronounced boob? Is that what we're doing here?
No, they are annoyed that I'm saying the abbreviation for their team name, so they can deal with it.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, I'm not calling him EMP, so I don't know what he's so upset about.
there you go. Right. And because 8008 wants to know time left, approximately. All right, 10 seconds left on that ad, so we're good on that. Oh, and Dio, thank you for the raid. And you'll hear that from me from 5 minutes from now. So 5 minutes in the past. Thank you for that. All right, so far ABIN has won the first drop. Will GNX take the second one and move us into a third drop, or this be it? All right, so if he's wanting to actually have a timer, I will definitely run a timer for him. Going forward, GNX should be said G-NNX. Oh, goodness.
No, thank you. I'll continue to say GNX.
GNX, yeah.
Just trying to make my life as easy as possible.
Right. We have a hard enough time trying to pronounce some of the pilots' names, let alone the teams. Come on. Oh, goodness, gone. Well, just waiting for Simple to ready up and then to call locked.
Yep. And so consequences for this, for whichever team loses, they will go into the losers bracket and they will play the losers of Sky Rangers versus Fjord, which will be casting right after this.
There you go. All right. And they're all green. Okay. Next step, call the lock, folks. We can do this. There we go. All right. Let's do this. Second drop coming in Rubelite Oasis on the North American server this time. And then, of course, we'll have to do a server swap going into the next one.
If we have a next one, which from last match, I wouldn't count on it, but we'll see.
Buck Mantic, yes, I can definitely turn my volume up a little bit here. Let me just slide that dial up just there. All right, so hopefully that's a little better and not bleeding in anybody's ears. But there you go, volume increased. Oh, we have a hold. We have a hold call.
Oh no.
Looks like Franken is having an issue connecting. Yep. Yeah. and now Pelisaria is saying, "Be right back, toilet." All right, so we do have a hold call, folks. So we will stand by. All right, so for all you guys in 5 minutes from now, when you finally get to hear my voice volume turned up, let me know if that's better.
Huh, it won't let me type into chat.
Oh.
Okay, so anyway, I have the rule up here. Okay, good. He's on his way in, and, it happened before the match started, which is ideal.
Right.
Basically, we just need him to reconnect before the 13-minute mark. But it looks like we're all good.
Yep, it says good, go. It says go, go, go. We're good.
Reactor online.
All right, so I'm in Kong's mech. He's in a Hatamoto with light BBCs and UAC 2s. Scout Derek and the Spider 5K, heavy machine guns and medium pulse. Oh, sorry, and the Viper with a bunch of heavy machine guns. Bowser and the Hunchback with quad UAC 2s. Temu in the Night Gear with UAC 5s and a UAC 10. Texan Scrub Lord in the Mistlace with a bunch of heavy machine guns and some ER micros. Rick Rom in the Warhammer Black Widow with quad AC 5s, light PPC. And finally, Exothermic in the Mauler MX90 with a bunch of AC 5s. And I'm good. What we got?
All right, on the other side, I've got Huey in a 4 LPL, 4 ER Mead Mad 2C, Frankensiefkin in a 4 AC5, 3 light PPC, Mauler 1P, Simple Yukio in a 5 SPL, bunch of MG Viper, Huey the Great, I already did that one, James in a Piranha with 3 heavy smalls and a bunch of MGs, Lionel in a Firestarter 9A with 8 SPLs, and Rubber Duckies in a Timberwolf Bounty Hunter with 2 LPLs and 6 ER Meads and ECM. And then Sailor Jerry in the small laser charger. And that should be it.
Yeah, we have a little bit of the fight for Theta. GNX did get the sliver cap on it.
I missed the Black Lantern. For some reason, it didn't go through that for me. But we've also got a Black Lantern for GNX. And it has 5 ER Meads and 4 LMGs. Yeah, and so this is looking good for GNX so far. They've got Theta controlled. The one main problem is their Timber has taken kind of quite a bit of damage already, at least since very little has gone out on ABIN in return. And it also was fairly concentrated in the CT. But, isn't open yet, so that's good.
A lot of ABIN is definitely they're sticking together. Like Timu is kind of trying to give them some Overwatch, give some ideas.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a big Epsi side fight here. Yeah. And that could be rough for GNX because ABIN is controlling the high ground now.
Scout Derek is not in a good spot. Yeah, we're about to get a big old brawl sitting right here.
Yeah, they're getting pounced on, but they have that Black Widow and that Hatamoto up above that can just farm GNX. Texan goes down fast. Exothermic kind of charging in, getting ripped up.
So is Pelisaria.
Oh, and Exothermic is about to go
Sailor
down.
Jerry drops.
Goes down. Pelisaria is getting jumped, trying to get out. Legged and gonna die real quick here.
Yeah, done. Hop back down in here. So, holy moly.
3 from AIBIN down and only 1 from GNX. So actually looking really good for GNX so far.
Lionel's legged.
Legged in 1 shot. And
done.
dead.
Yep. James is down to 6%. He may not last long either.
Yep, and Scout Derek actually has gotten out of there, and his legs are pretty beat up, but he's still in it. Bowser trying to fight off James here. I think he legged James,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
but James just won't die. He's halved, I think. Scout Derek cleans up James.
Yeah. Bowser still got, says 2 UX at the moment.
Yep, and Scout Derek's going in to buy him a little bit of time. Huey's really beat up, shut down, dies.
And done.
And now the Black Lantern is going to probably try and get away at this point. Now GNX are down 3 kills to 4. But a lot of beat up mechs on both sides at this point. Not much healthy for ABIN, and the Timber actually is in relatively good shape right now. It's the only mech in decent condition left. Looks like they're going to try and kill the Black Lantern. You know, ABIN, they might be trying to just take the fast mech off the field now, and then Scout Derek could go cap if he doesn't get legged.
Yeah, big if right now. He's, well, maybe. 8008 goes down. Scout Derek's gonna have a chance to run. No.
Oh, Scout Derek got legged.
Yeah.
So
but
he can't cap.
8008 overheated himself to do so. And
Scout Derek goes down. It's 2v2. I think the Timber can... Well, I don't know. Depends how it goes. 1v2 now.
Yeah. That Timber's still he's got all his weapons still, so...
Yeah, but his CT is now open. And he's facing a fair amount of pinpoint.
Well...
He's trying to run away from Kong Lord, but if Kong gets a shot on him from this angle, that could be bad news.
And he's trying to catch up to him. Oh, River's gonna get the...
I like that he's taking
high ground
here. Yep, that's smart. And now Kong and Rick Rom know where he is.
River taking out Rick Rom.
Yeah, I mean, he can clutch this for sure. We're just going to have to see. Oh, Kong's going to know where he is because now he's on Theta. He's standing on the cap.
Maybe that's the intention. We'll see.
Well, yeah, I think he's trying to make sure that they won't lose on caps, maybe.
Ooh, Kong down to 51%. Rubber Ducky at 71.
Oh, Kong is stripped. So that should be game right there. So we will be going to a game 3.
Third drop. So there you go, folks. Whoever requested made the little comment earlier of, hey, want GNX to win one? Guess what? It happened. It was happening. This Kong's hiding.
What, yeah. What a waste of time. There we go. All right. So, 8-7 win for GNX.
Alrighty.
And so it'll be decided on mining. Another one of my favorite comp maps. And for damage, perhaps unsurprisingly, Rubber Ducky's 872 in that Timber, 4 kills, you know, really the key in that win for GNX in a lot of ways. Although that light push, that was pretty important right there. Other players that did well, 410 damage for Simple Yukio and the Viper, 536 for Frankensiefkin in the Mauler, a kill for each of them, 2 kills for James. On the ABIN side, Texan unfortunately double D'd, 1 kill for Bowser, 487 for Kong Lord, 553 for Timu, 478 for Rick Rom, and Kong also had 2 kills, 1 for Exothermic. So they were pretty even across the board for most of their players, it was really the Viper and the Mistlinks going down fast that hurt them.
Yeah. Okay, so we do not need to do a side swap. We do need to do a server region swap, or region change. And then which map was the third one again?
Mining.
Mining. Thank you.
No side swap.
No side swap, but we are switching back to European servers.
Yes. I heard side swap in there somewhere, and I didn't know if you're saying we need one or didn't.
No. Alrighty, 1-1, folks. 8,008. Yes. And checking out just a couple things, seeing in chat. Now, I don't think we need to run another ad, saying that the ad manager is very limited. According to my thing, it's EU and AEU. Yeah?
Yeah, it would be, because ABIN is an EU team, so their team, they're the top seed, so they start out with EU, and then GNX is an NA team, so it goes to NA for the middle.
Yeah, I don't think 8008 knew that the last one was on NA, so...
I mean, it's their responsibility to know the rules as well. So.
Yes. Rule books, folks. We have them for every competition. Alrighty, so hey, so if they really like, here we go. I'm going to start. I say, if you want to tell them the timer started, I will actually start my timer.
Excellent.
Bam.
Yeah, I just don't have any spare screen space or anything for a stopwatch. I guess if I had an actual stopwatch, that would be handy. But...
Oh, I use my phone on I've got my little charging dock, so I just set my phone on there. I mean, I've got 6 screens, so I've got plenty of space to work with. On the phone, it's easier. There's an app for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm looking at the Twitch chat. Is the phone.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But it's just generally it's on team leaders to call out issues, and I'm focusing on the co-casting for the moment. But if there is an issue, we'll deal with it.
Yes, we can definitely take care of that.
And so far, the timing's been good, and we want teams to play. So, yeah, we're not trying to come down hard on that right now.
Correct. And
we just want to keep things moving.
yeah, because folks, in approximately 15 minutes, we'll be kicking off the Sky Ranger Jaegers versus Fjord match. So, back to back, baby. This is why I've got my energy drinks with me this morning.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, 5 total?
Yep, 5 total. We've got the, so let's see. ABIN versus GNX happening now. Sky Ranger Jaegers versus Fjord. After that, the JGX versus whoever wins that second match. Followed up by Mech Enjoyers versus 228 The Storm. And then the final game will be Russian Clan Jade Falcon versus whoever wins the ME versus 228 match. So yeah, lots of matches today. But again, I like the format of it being back to back, straight down the line, all one day.
Yeah, it doesn't always work out that way, and especially these first 2 weeks will be pretty well packed.
Right.
And then we'll have fewer matches as teams get knocked out, but yeah. All right, so Team 2 is on the clock.
Great. All right. Resetting my timer, and bam. Oh, goodness. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in this lobby chat right now.
Well,
As long as they keep things moving.
So So yeah, so for today's matches, if any of the other teams are out here watching at the moment, yes, just be aware that we are going to be trying to get through these as quickly as possible, just to keep things together. Helicopter? Oh goodness. So, and we will probably be not worrying about doing team interviews today.
No. No.
Just so you know about that too. So yeah, so as soon as that last match completes, we'll of course thank everybody, and then we will immediately, pretty much cut the stream. I will get my stuff swapped over, and bam, get the next one ready. Thankfully, I preset a bunch of stuff last night and early this morning, so it should make the transition a little smooth, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it looks like GNX has some mech labbing to do. Hopefully they come back quick.
Here, and I'm going to give them a 2-minute down, 3-minute remaining, just because I can now. There it is.
So on this upcoming drop, I would expect even more of a focus on JJs and Pop-Tarting due to all the
Structures everywhere.
verticality on this map.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
I mean,
much so.
You can get away with some more stationary traders. Like you can bring a direwolf that, even if it has a JJ, it's not really getting anywhere too high for the most part. Something like that. Or teams have brought an Annie to kind of control a lane. But for the most part, I always say just put JJs on. Only bring JJ mechs to this map,
Right.
rather, because it's just so important, and it's just been decisive in so many matches before.
And previously, on mining specifically, is we see a lot of Overwatch, long distance trading, the snipers. So they'll usually have a good Overwatch of Theta, and then of course down each of the lanes. So yeah, I'll be curious to see what Div A does in this case, because I'm usually doing Div C's or Div D, Div E. I think we had an F and a G. I don't remember now.
Well, I mean, I played on a rewards team for CompQ, and I think they were Div H previously, if I'm getting it right.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it just plays differently at different levels, but up here it's mostly Div A, Div B. I don't actually know if we have any teams that are outside of that, but we'll see. All right, so they're locked.
Ready. And our third and final drop happening now. So I'll say, why is it taking so long to connect? Like, hold on, this isn't Soup Q. Quit. All right, folks, here we go. Dropping in Exothermic Mech first.
Reactor online.
We've got a Summoner with a lot of SRM6s. Kong in the Marauder with some heavy large lasers and some ER medium lasers. Bowser in the Executioner with the ER mediums and large pulse lasers. Rick Rom, the Catapult with SRM6s. Excellent Scrub Lord and Mist Links with a bunch of machine guns and some ER micros. Tios in the Spider with heavy machine guns and medium pulse. Temu in the Crusader 6T with a bunch of ER smalls. And Polisaria in the Viper with a bunch of heavy machine guns. And I'm going into the Airborne. Go. What you got over there?
All right, so we have Duckies in a Night Cheer with 2 Goss, ER Peep. We've got James in a Flea 17 with 5 Smalls, 2 MPLs. Frankensiefkin in a Supernova 1 with 6 ER Large. Huey in a Stalker 7D, 4 Large, 5 ER Mead. Simple Yukio in a Quick Draw with 3 ER Large, 3 ER Meads. Sailor Jerry in a Crusader 6T, 2 Snubs, 12 Smalls. And then a K9 with 5 MPLs from Lionel Luther. And I missed one, I think. Oh yeah, and we have a Black Lantern from 8008 with 2 ER PPCs. GNX really seems to like that a lot. And it looks like ABIN is just sending it straight across to the other side. And not getting too shot up for it at the moment.
They tried that. They were all stacked up there on Theta, but didn't actually take it. Rubber Ducky was getting charged and has relocated.
Oh, yeah, Rubber is in trouble. He's got the Mistlinks and the Viper. I don't think he's going to be long for this world.
No.
He's getting legged. It actually looks like maybe they're spreading a lot of that damage, but he should go down any second.
Yeah.
And he's done.
Done.
And now it looks like they're going to move on to Franken, maybe? In that Supernova 1. Just
nowhere to go.
back up. Yeah, you just S-key there and hope that your team comes into their backs, because now Timu is in close in that Crusader.
You got James and 8008 coming around, but they're going to get blocked by the rest of Evans.
Yep, and Franken is halved. And they might just leave Franken now, it seems like. No, Timu's going to keep working on him. Oh, Sailor Jerry jumped.
Yeah, we're getting a good view here. This is
almost legged and almost down. So really going well for ABIN right now.
I would love to know the team damage that happens during this, because it's like they're all trying. I'm hearing them all doing the mine mode here.
Oh, they left Franken as a stick. Just moved on.
Franken, go cap something. You got this.
Huey now getting charged by Texan in the Mistlinks, getting legged again. They're just going legs on everything. Huey goes down. So not going well for GNX.
No,
I have a hard time seeing them turning this around.
Yeah, Lionel's next in line here. Oh, yeah.
And I don't know about the MPL K9. They did just get longer range in the last patch, but you still have the snub or light PPC Urban Mech instead if you want. And now they're going to charge Simple Yukio in 8008. I think Simple shut down and now is legged.
Yep.
And getting CT'd as well. It seems like they're pretty sure they're going to win. They're not focusing quite as hard as the first couple kills from the looks of it. 8008 getting rushed from a couple different angles.
Legged.
Trying to survive, but legged and dead.
Alrighty.
So last healthy mech for GNX is James in the Flea. I don't even know where he was for all of this. I just didn't see him, which is my fault. He does look like he's pretty shot up, but nothing open yet.
Alright, let's come over here and see.
Oh, Pelisaria might find James. Yep. Looks like they're going to go at it now.
Or Frank.
Oh, Pelisaria was legged.
Nice. Oh, and James goes down. So
that's going to be it.
Yeah. And I'm not. Well, Frank's going to a cap, I think. Frank, I believe in you. There we go. See, this is when you give 110%, folks. No weapons. You're going to snail pace, and instead of just stopping, you're like, I'm gonna go cap just because I can.
I mean, I appreciate it because now ABIN knows where Franken is and can just go finish the match.
Right?
You know,
Well,
better go sit on a cap or tell them where you are, and let's just move on. GNX will go to the losers bracket, um, and that still gives them an opportunity to come back up and play for high placement. But it just makes the road, I would say, substantially harder at this point.
very true.
But they aren't completely out of it, and they're
doing the hug.
Yeah.
This is a long time ago. I saw a video when I first saw this happening called the 228 hug.
I'm just waiting for Kong to team kill somebody.
Right?
I guess we won't get that.
Not this time.
So another 8-0. Just, it's interesting. There was a 8-7, so the Ruby drop was a lot closer, but the first match and the last match were pretty decisive.
Yeah, they were. All right, I've got the ID. Get that posted up on the sheet.
All right, and so for GNX, Simple Yukio with 509 damage, 402 from Franken in the Supernova, and 401 from Huey the Great, but just a lot of low damage, 3 double Ds from ABIN. We've got 625 from Timu, 527 from Texan, 523 from Kong. A lot of players getting kills, Pelisaria getting 3.
Yeah, that push just it was a really good push. So, alrighty, folks, there you have it. First casted match of Worlds, being won by ABIN. Lobby here. All right, give them my thanks. All right, and I know it's supposed to be them who posts the IDs. I think I'll toss it into the ticket just so they have it available. And folks, on that note, thank you for everyone for coming out. We will be casting our next match here very shortly. I need to get the stream portion ending so that we can get rid of that 5-minute delay. This is the fun part of the whole thing. So, all right, Brower. I will chat with you here in a moment as I get everything swapped over.
All right, sounds good.